Good morning, magandang umaga, and welcome to today's episode of My PI Dream. Today is Tuesday, and it is build day 276, I believe, for today. And today we are doing more of what we did yesterday. The kitchen crew is going to be on site again this morning. It's after 9 o'clock. I'm a little bit late, but I had to run it. I did not have a load on my phone. We were out of water, the bottled water that we use inside the house when we have workers inside. So I had to run down. I had to get a load, then I had to make a phone call to our local water distributor for our bottled water. And I know we have water. You're going to say, oh, but James, you have water in your ref that's filtered 4 times. And that is true, but it makes it more convenient. I would prefer using the bottled water when we're using lots of water during the daytime for the workers than to use the ref dispenser, because there's a small filter inside there. And it's very expensive. The filter, have you looked at how much it costs to replace the cartridge, the filter cartridge on a Samsung ref? It's very expensive. So we will use the water, which is only 40 pesos for an entire bottle of water. So that's what I did this morning. So now we are back to working again. This morning, the agenda, like I said, kitchen cabinets. We're continuing to work on the soffits. We are working on the fence line, prepping the fence line for some painting. I advised my builder yesterday, the house is this color. The posts are this color right here, and the fence is going to be the same color as the post right here. This is a darker color. That way we will have some contrast from the fence and for the house, and not do what that was a test swatch anyway, and the test swatch was the color of the house, and it just doesn't make sense to make the fence the same as the house. So anyway, and you know, there's going to be other things that are there's going to be finishing that's going to be done today. Our electrician is here on site. Our electrician is going to assist the kitchen people do the wiring as well. So let's go ahead. That's a lot of information in the intro for today. So let's go ahead and get today started. So without further delay, let's get today's video underway. So anyway, I'm working with my electrician on the generator that we are putting inside the generator room, and we're looking at the diagram. It actually doesn't seem too complicated. The ATS is inside here, and we will mount the ATS somewhere on the wall, probably right around this area right here, because the cable will go from here, the input, to the automatic transfer switch over here. The cable is inside the box inside of here. And then the rest of the connection from the ATS through these holes in the bottom. There's a bunch of holes here in the bottom, you see right here, and they have the physical securing connectors inside there. And this is our main power going to our breaker inside our house. They have something that's called an air breaker, and I assume the air breaker, and we will verify, and I asked my electrician, he said it is, and that's our main breaker that's inside of here. So the air breaker is your main that comes in. This is what I'm assuming, but remember, you can never assume anything. We're going to verify everything. And it goes from our local utility company, which is Botlek, goes to our air breaker, and then after the air breaker is where it makes a decision. The ATS makes a decision. If I have electricity from my local utility company, I don't do anything. If we have no electricity, for example, a brownout, then the generator, it will send a signal to the generator to automatically kick on and generate electricity inside the house. So he's going to, it's a very simple diagram, again, but they always say make sure you have a certified electrician install this. But as simple as it is, I think it's something that we can handle here at our level. But I'm going to leave it up to my electrician. If he's comfortable with it, and then we will do it ourselves. If not, we'll hire another professional to come in. So anyway, that's one thing that's being done this morning. I don't think our kitchen team is in yet. And no, they are still not here yet. So we are doing, we're on hold waiting for these guys to come in. We also have our finishing people are continuing to do, you can see on the back of the house, continuing to do the finishing back here and finishing all around the house. And the soffit, you saw the soffit work is being done right now. I'm going to take advantage of this time to go and start working on some of the posts for the deck railing system that we have on the back of the house. Kitchen folks are here from Kelly, and it's a simple solution to fix the problem that we had yesterday with the uneven calculation that they had between the cabinets and the pantry. And I'll tell you what the solution is. We had to go through. There were options we had to go through, and I'll discuss that with you as well. But the main thing is, remember, we have to get these to line up with each other, and this one is too high because we're putting crown molding at the top. So even using the adjusters, remember they all come with these adjustable legs inside here. But what we did, we need 3 centimeters of drop down space. With this right here, it will only allow us to do 2 centimeters right now because where they've got it adjusted, we're almost to the maximum amount of adjustment. So we need to cut off 1 more centimeter, and it's very easy with this system here. These adjustable legs, and let me get over here where it's a little bit lighter that you can see. You see these adjustable legs? These spin around, and there's a screw mechanism inside here, and you can adjust your cabinets up and down based upon that. There is an acceptable standard that they have for counter heights. So our counter heights, I think, are somewhere around 32 to whatever the top of it is right here for the top of the quartz countertop. And it's a standard that you would have, because you don't want it too low, because if you have it too low, when you bend over to wash your dishes, you'll get a backache, especially for old folks, myself included. So and if you have it too high, then it just won't look right, and it'll be for smaller folks. It'll just seem a little bit abnormal. So anyway, the solution is easy. What we're going to do is these screw mechanisms inside here. They can be adjusted. You can actually trim off the top. So we're going to trim off 1 or 2 centimeters off the top of those, which will give us a little bit more adjustment to drop it down. So then we will have enough adjustment for the crown molding up here. Now for this section right here, remember this is going to drop down, this needs to go up. So we still have plenty of room on these screws to move up. So when you put the two together, the drop down and the move up, these will work together and we'll be able to fit the crown molding in there. But that presents another problem. And what the problem is once we drop this down, remember both of these are supposed to be exactly the same, because there is a concealment piece of wood that matches this wood here that goes along the bottom. So you don't see these. It's going to be clean all the way down to the tile floor. So now when we adjust this one, it's going to adjust it down here to where this section right here is going to drop down a little bit lower than this. That is a compromise that we're going to have to make. Most people won't notice it. Now that I just showed 8,000 plus of you, you'll know that it's there. But most people will not notice that section right there. And it's a compromise, because the only other option would be to take all of these on the countertop for the sink and to drop it down also. There lies the problem, because if you did that, remember we would get back to the point where it's so low when you're washing dishes here and you're bending over, and I will show you from here. So right now this would be normal. It's actually for me, I wish it were just a little bit higher. It's perfect for my wife. But if it dropped down a little bit lower, 3 centimeters, which 3 centimeters is this amount, and it goes down, you would be bending over like this all the time to do your cleaning of your dishes, and then you would get back strain. So we're not going to do that. So the compromise is to drop this section, and it's just the pantry, drop it down just a little bit lower than the main section right here. And to be honest with you, I don't think it will be even noticeable, even with a drop down. It will look like it. I believe it will look like it was meant to be done that way. All right, well, one down, one to go. They're still proceeding inside. One of the things I did, I step in every now and then with oversight. I keep talking about oversight. And one of the things I did when I went in, and they're drilling the support brackets now for the upper cabinets on the kitchen area. And remember, all the pipes, both electrical and plumbing, are embedded inside the concrete hollow block inside there. So I went inside there. I had an opportunity. I called my builder up because I don't have the picture of the wall with the plumbing inside there. We only have one pipe going down. It's the hot water pipe that goes down for the sink area. So I called my builder up. He said there's one vertical right where the output comes out in the wall, the outlet. And then so we marked that off. And also luckily my electrician's there, and he remembers where all of his wires are inside the wall. So they're making sure they have enough spacing that they don't hit both the electrical and the plumbing. Remember, all this work that they did for months and months, and if you make one mistake, you go inside here, then you're in total repair mode at that point right there. So we want to avoid hitting any pipes. So I think we're good. I have my fingers crossed, but you know Murphy's Law. Anyway, this one is in place. I have one more, and I'm going to mount it up here so we have this entire section. And then later on, today or tomorrow, I will stop by our steelworkers shop, and we'll get 1, 2. I told them I have 8 and 8, so we should be able to finish off this entire section here. And once they do the grouting and once they put the pebble rock inside there, they can continue. They can actually start doing the railing here. One step at a time. So, well, let me get to the last support bracket and get that installed. I don't want anybody to accuse me of slacking off here today. So let me get this last one for this corner right here. Okay, I have these 4 mounted now. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I'll pick up some more today or tomorrow, or the next day, and then we'll try to get this area done as quick as possible. Something I would like the builder to do, and I already noticed, since they painted that area there, I know they didn't pressure wash the wall. You should never put paint over dirt. I just hand washed this with the regular hose, and dirt just fell down all over the place. That's a preliminary, but it needs to be pressure washed. You never want to leave dirt behind your paint, because what will end up happening later on, they'll start chipping. Remember, soil is organic, and there's growing things and all kinds of stuff. It'll expand and it'll end up chipping your paint inside there. My builder has a pressure washer, and I'm going to ask him to bring that in, because he also has to bring it in up on the roof. You know, on the roof where they're doing the drilling, you got all the white powder and stuff like that. On the top of our new roofing tiles, he's going to have to pressure wash that as well. So I will request that he do the pressure washing of the inside and the outside prior to us putting the final coat of the paint on our fence. I told you we were going to have some visitors come by and visit us today. Well, anyway, this is not them, but they are visitors. These are some visitors that came from LA and from Houston. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, but they're actually here looking at some properties, and they have been watching the channel, and that's how you found out about it. So please introduce yourselves.
I'm Roland Dizon from Houston.
I'm Ruby. I'm here from the Philippines.
I'm Rod from LA.
And you're the sister, the sister of this. And these two guys, they are brothers here, and but they're both in the U.S. Tell me, what do you do? One of you, you're the computer.
No,
you're the computer for the network engineer, and doing Cisco, just like a lot of the stuff that I was doing. And what are you doing in the U.S.?
I'm in metal building.
Metal building.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Metal.
Yes.
I need metal work here.
But
in Houston. All right. So we'll have to have some long distance communication or collaboration going on here. I might have some questions for you. Anyway, they're here, like I said, they're here looking at some properties here in Tierra Maria, and they just happened to stop by because they found this place. They found out about Tierra Maria from the Villa Feliz series that they were watching. So I am so honored that you came by, and we did a little bit of a tour today, and I got to learn a little bit about you folks too. But at the same time that these fine folks came, the original folks that were on our list, they actually arrived. So it's acting like this is like a White House tour kind of a thing today. But that's great. I love having visitors. Thank you so much for coming and visiting today. Thank you so much, and have a safe trip back to the U.S. and have a safe trip back to your what part of the Philippines?
Valenzuela.
So an hour and a half, hour and a half.
No, it took us 2 hours from Venezuela to traffic. That's only 13 miles.
Yes, it's Paco. Hi, Paco. I thought the first group of people that came, I thought that was you. I'm like, oh, I've been waiting on you guys all day. They're like, what? We didn't let you know we're coming to visit you. So Paco, where are you at right now?
I'm in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
In Florida. Are you getting?
My whole family left me.
Yeah, this is his wife. This is his wife.
We're in Thailand.
So I understand. Are you getting any of that cold spell that's going through the east coast of the U.S.?
Yeah, we had our 1 week winter. It was last week. It got down to the 40s.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
then now it's back to the 70s. So that's how Florida is. You know, it doesn't get real cold.
Well, we were just watching the news this morning. We were listening, and they said they think that's the end of it, and you're getting back to more normal. It'll be normal temperatures again. Paco, you the one I've been talking to the whole time?
Yeah.
Yes,
I remember Paco Bernabe.
Paco Bernabe.
Yeah. So you told me to kind of inquire about properties here and see, what's available. But I'll look at lots. But his properties are in Bulacan. Bulacan, Malolos.
No, her husband, Paco.
My husband Paco. His properties are in Bulacan. And so, but he likes what you've been posting on YouTube with the trees.
Oh, this is this is an absolutely beautiful community. And it has nothing to do with such a video or anything like that. Tierra Maria is it's unique. It is the diamond in the rough for all this, in this area, in Lipa. I don't know what it's like when you're driving up towards, towards Manila. The subdivisions all over the Philippines. But we had to reside, because this is my wife's, this is her family home area right here. So we had to find something locally here. And we looked at all these different subdivisions. We had an agent representing us, and he was doing videos and taking pictures. And it's like, no, I don't like this one. No, I don't like this. There was so many reasons why we didn't like. But as soon as he came inside here, and we saw it, you could see it just going through the gate, going down the main driveway by the clubhouse. Look at the houses. Look at the lushness of all the vegetation, the way they designed the subdivision. We're like, don't go any further. This is the place. Just find us a lot based on our criteria. And our criteria was the elevated lot, which is what we got right here. I wanted a cul-de-sac or a corner lot, something like that. There are all these different things. And he found this lot. And then I had my family come that still lived in the Philippines at the time. And they all came out and they looked at it. They gave me their thumbs up. And I said, yeah, that's the lot. So we locked in on this. In 2010, we saved up for 7 years enough money to start building the house here.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful
Well, it's getting there. And then the whole year I've been here by myself while she was in the U.S. while she was teaching. So
You had Marianne and Hapon.
I did.
Kids.
And I had the whole community. You've seen the videos with all the one, and I had the chickens and the roosters.
Oh, and the kids from the community.
And the kids. I want to ask, since we're in the basement, I want to, I always interview when I have people that come visit. So I just want to ask,
These two girls have been looking forward to meeting you, my nieces. Natalia.
up here.
They're from Chicago.
Up here.
She's into dinosaurs, so that's the reason.
The fist bump, the
It's a
visual.
dinosaur shape. You call it dinosaur shape.
So you like dinosaur museums and things like that? Is that?
Not only dinosaurs, like art, I like drawing stuff, I like animation.
Oh, you didn't bring? Did you bring any examples? You have a book with you? You look like a sketchbook.
Oh,
She doesn't go anywhere without her sketchbook.
Oh, I have to see this. Is this your sketches?
Yes, can you just show? Look at this one. She does her people.
And have you taken classes for this?
No, none.
You know classes.
She's self-taught.
Oh, look at, wow.
Wow. So this one right here.
This is old stuff.
Yeah.
Old stuff.
You are indeed talented.
She just sketches all day long.
Very old stuff. I don't know.
Well, see, James, we
And she does it
to you.
just by her head.
They're just from memorization. No
Sometimes
attempt. Paco said. What did Paco say?
So to get you Skippy peanut butter.
Your favorite,
Okay.
baby.
So I couldn't find Skippy peanut butter, so I said,
You got the next best thing.
yes, he said, this is your snack at the Bahay
Hey,
Kubo.
hey, salamat.
And I can't find treats for Hapon and Mary.
Well, thank you so much. And peanuts, any kind of peanuts, they're my favorite. I love
And then
it.
you get your
And I
Pringles.
got some snacks. Hey, do I have to share this with my wife, or is it just for me?
No.
Happy life.
When he's sleeping.
Happy wife, happy life.
That's
I
right. Good, Paco.
got- Well, thank you very much for thinking of me. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, thank
And-
you so much, guys.
And
Thank you so much.
And I just want to let you know you have a wonderful family here. Wonderful family.
Thank you.
It's been very enjoyable entertaining your folks here today.
The pleasure is ours. You have a wonderful
must
man.
be
You have
here.
a wonderful wife.
You must be here.
I know. That's why he says, go over there and see. I want to see James' place and Niece's place. I was
I'm like, it's on the way to Lucena right now.
we're heading to Lucena. I was like, okay, you know what? We'll make sure we stop by.
And
You make mano to Tito and Tita.
Thank you.
Tita Nancy, Tito James.
and keep up with your drawing. You're a very talented young lady. You should keep up with that. It's very.
Keep up with your band. Our plan is to send our daughters to the Philippines every summer so they can learn Tagalog. They're going to live on the farm with my parents.
Wonderful.
That's
So
good.
please pray for our endeavors.
Okay, we will. All right. God bless. Take care. Well, it is just after 3 o'clock, and the workers are out taking their 3 o'clock break right now. And we've had the pleasure of having just so many guests here today at Villa Feliz, and it's always a pleasure to entertain and talk with people that take their time out and come to visit us here. So anyway, I am going to charge up the GoPro. The GoPro has been doing the time-lapse videography and some of the stuff that we did today with some of our friends here. Let me charge it up. Hopefully it has enough charge by the end of the time that the break is over, and we'll continue monitoring what's going on with the kitchen cabinet install. Look at all that happened between the time that our visitors came, and I didn't get to capture all this, but they've installed all these upper cabinets inside, working on hooking up the electrical. They pulled out the microwave. They're working on it to make sure it fits properly inside here for the installation. And they will be bringing up the stove or the oven that's going to fit inside here. It's down in the basement by the base of the stairs. I pulled it out for them to install. So I'm not sure if that's going to be installed today or tomorrow, but they're working, and we'll try to capture as much of that as possible. Well, again, it is the end of our building day here at Feliz. It is about 5:15. Everybody is bailed. There is nobody here on site. They booked that really quick. They worked hard today. There was a lot of good stuff that got done here today. We finished up on the soffit material. I want you to look at this. The soffit material is done on this side, all the side here, all the way to the edge, all the way across the top. And I think the electrician left the power on to the pin lights. I hope he did, because I want to test them out tonight. I want to see what it looks like washing the front of, or the side of the house over here on the west side of the house here. Oh, also, let's go inside and take a look at what went on the inside of the house. Today, remember, was focus on cabinets. Let's take a look at the cabinets inside of here. I don't have any other lights here yet, so maybe I could put some of these lights on to give us a little bit of illumination. So, let's take a look. We have cabinets. They're not all in yet, or not all completed yet, all of the accessories and all. China hutch is installed. They mounted, it's secured to the wall. All of these are secured to the wall. And I like these nice soft, they have the nice soft close cabinet doors. Oh, I see, I didn't even notice they did this. They installed the sink today. So we have the stainless steel sink in place. We have the wine rack is in place. And they will be doing fillers inside here. Cabinets. I see cabinet doors inside. Oh, wonderful. And this will have doors, but these will be glass doors. These will have the only glass doors inside the house. Originally, they would have been all glass doors, but my wife, Ness here, she wants to hide stuff. She doesn't like people seeing the messy dishes that she has sticking inside. They did some measurements today. They did the electrical. See, we have the electrical connection for the back for the oven that's going here. It looks like to me for the microwave, I am going to make an assumption that this is going to be for this outlet here. So they are going to have to run some cables up through here and make the connection. My electrician will be in tomorrow for that. Didn't do much. Oh, they put the cover and the shelf inside the island. This is not the resting spot of the island. The island is just mobile right now. It's going to be over the top of these cable. They'll move it in. The big reason they moved this out of the way, and we had the ref. I don't know if you saw it in the slow motion videography, but we moved this out so we could get this cabinet in place. I think they're still doing some work on that as well. So the kitchen cabinets and everything are moving forward. Let's go upstairs and see what progress we had on the second floor. Remember today they were working on cabinet work inside here, the breakfast nook. So it is starting to change from pink to wood simulation look. We're getting there. I think we are all but about, I think this is probably the leftover area. Yeah, it looks like all is done except for just for a small amount on this side over here. You see they have stained, and we have the cabinet doors. 3 of 4 looks like it is done up here. So we are moving towards getting that done. Once that gets done, they have a couple of things to do here. Well, they have more than a couple of things. We have the backsplash material that we're going to put here, the mosaics that we picked out, and I think it's over there inside the walk-in closet. And also they have to grind this whole part of the wall to make it rounded, like this section right here. So that's a finishing process that still needs to be done. And outside today, there was a lot of attention being done on finishing. Let's take a look at this. I can see we have new paint here around for the framing, for the precast framing. I noticed all day today you can still see the residue from the sanding right here. But this, I can see this is painted. I saw them doing skim coat, sanding, and painting of the precast and the molding on the inside of the precast. And at the base of the stairs, what did they do down here? Hop on. What did they do? Huh? What did they did a bunch of finishing. You see we have, this looks like a finished paint coat right here. Here on the entranceway, everything here looks like we're very close to being finished down here. Oh yeah, and almost done. We still have some final touch-up that has to be done right around here, around the door jamb. And it won't be long before we start putting tiles down here. That will be exciting, but the tiles won't go in until after we put the posts in. So that's my job. I sent out a text message to Grace, who is the daughter of Otto, who is the steel worker for us, and I wanted to see how many more of the steel posts that are prepared, so I can pick those up and continue doing the work on the back patio here. Also today, on the fence, on the outside and on the inside, clearing up some of the soil around it so it's getting ready for preparation for painting. We still have a little bit more digging to do. I sent a text message to my builder and requested he bring in his pressure washer tomorrow so we can pressure wash and get all the soil out of the pores of the concrete here. We still have to do some more digging, believe it or not. The guys who are doing the digging, they're not looking at the full picture of the grade. So grade here, let me see if I can show you from standing down inside the stairwell here. So anyway, you can see the grade right here, and it goes up, and they just went to the level over there. They didn't go to, because this is going to be the height, and that's actually going to be lower than right here because we're going away from the house, and it's going to drop down. So that area is going to be lower than this area right here. So we still have a little bit more digging, and I might do the digging tonight after I close out this video. Did I say this video? This video. And before I close today, I want to thank all the wonderful visitors that we had today. We had a full house of visitors today, expected and unexpected. And that was Rod and Roland Dizon, as well as Paco Ellen Bernabe, and all their family members that joined them today to come here and visit us here at Villa Feliz. We were truly blessed today with visitors. So I'm going to close for today. Tomorrow, a lot of the same, but you're going to see evolution going on with the kitchen. You're going to see mainly the kitchen, and I don't know where the next spot is, but I believe it's going to be right here in the front of the porch right here. I believe they are going to continue doing the PVC soffit material, because they asked me one question about one of the light connections inside there, and I have to get clarifications tomorrow with my electrician. So until tomorrow, if you enjoyed today's video, please give me a thumbs up. Please share, and if you have not subscribed, just click on that little My PI Dream heart in the bottom right hand side of your screen. You will be subscribed and you'll be notified the next time I upload a new video. So until tomorrow, you have a wonderful and blessed day. Well, again, it is the end of the business day. End of the business day. Oh, it's going to be one of those endings.